Hello, boys and girls. I hope you've brushed your teeth, you've washed your face, and you're ready for your story. Tonight's story is going to be Return to Candytopia again. So, little Ted and Andrex were in a bit of a fix. You see, they had managed to burn their oven out. The Lamborghini was on fire, the fire department was on fire, and everything was chaos because of the K9-Vid-19 virus that forced everyone to go into lockdown. So, as you may very well remember, Andrex and little Ted decided they would seek refuge in Candytopia until their lockdown was over, because their house was burnt up. Andrex said, "Why don't we make some sandwiches so when we're going to Candytopia we can eat? Whiff! Ho, ho!" Little Ted disagreed. He thought that they should bring some raw meat to make a barbecue. Andrex thought that was a wonderful idea, as long as they didn't have to use their oven. "The oven is burnt off anyway," said Andrex. Woof! So they went into the kitchen, which was still smoking slightly. They grabbed some beef, some chicken, some dog treats, and weirdly enough, Andrex found time to make some caramelized onions. He also nabbed some toast, some cheese, and a bottle of ketchup. He also grabbed some sausages. "Why sausages?" said little Ted. He didn't really like sausages because the skin got stuck in his throat. "You'll see," said Andrex. Woof! So they bundled their provisions into their little boat, and then Andrex said to little Ted, "We never gave this boat a name. What shall we call the boat?" "The boat?" said little Ted, who wasn't really feeling up to imagining a boat name at this point. Andrex thought. He thought long and hard, and then he came up on a name. Woof! That's basically dog Eureka. "I have an idea," said Andrex. "Why don't we call it the Puppy Catamaran?" "That's a dumb name," said little Ted. "Yeah, you're right," said Andrex. So little Ted thought long and hard. And then he had an idea. "Eureka!" he cried. "Let's call it the Bear Boat." Andrex thought this was a horrible name, because he was a dog and he was the one who built the boat in the first place. So he told little Ted, "Why don't we just call it the boat?" Little Ted thought that was an amazing idea. So did Andrex. Woof! So they got into the boat, and then Andrex remembered that they might get bored. So he ran back up the hill to their home, grabbed the games console, and then ran back. And then, very tired, he ran all the way back up to grab the barbecue, and then he ran back. Finally, they were ready. They hoisted up the sails, and off they went. They watched as they left Doggyville behind, and then Andrex thought of something. "Little Ted," he said, "do you know where Candytopia is?" Little Ted thought long and hard. "No," he said. Andrex realized they were lost. He said, "We're lost." Woof! Little Ted looked around and realized they were lost. So they were stuck. Andrex said, "Well, my grandmother always told me when things look grim, you should make the best of things. Woof!" Little Ted said, "Don't you mean that when life gives you lemons, you make lemonade?" Andrex said, "Yeah, that was it. Woof!" So they got out the grill, they plugged it in to the solar panel that was installed on their boat, and then they had their barbecue. And then Andrex did something rather special. He placed some bread on the grill until it was crispy and toast. Then he took the sausages and put them inside the bread, on the bread. Then he folded the bread so it was a sausage sandwich. Then he put caramelized onions, cheese, and ketchup on the sausages. "That's a hot dog," said little Ted. "Please don't mention dogs," said Andrex. "Woof! Just call them frankfurters." And so they ate their hot dogs. Little Ted said, "These are really good. I wish we brought more sausages so we can have more." And then Andrex said, "Land ho!" because he had seen land. Though it was pink and it looked like Candytopia. So they took up the paddles and paddled as fast as they could, which was very slow because they were tired. And then finally they reached the shores of Candytopia. But then when they got off, they looked around. They didn't recognize this land. "We've landed in the wrong place," said little Ted. "I agree," said Andrex. "Woof!" To be continued. Again. Alright, boys and girls, that's the end of the story for now. I hope you liked it, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye!